Welcome back to the Weekly Word. Looking at some fire pink here, they call it. I always wondered why it was called fire pink. It looks like it'd be fire engine red. But it's fire pink. That's the official name for it in English. Don't ask me the Latin name. It's on my way to the barn in the morning, but I walk right by it. But it's a beautiful red flower that I like to see in the springtime. But if you look right beside of it here is a beautiful yellow flower. I think that's some of my mustard greens that from last fall. I planted them August 15th, and here it is up about May now. They're all bloomed out. I guess these birds you hear singing, one of them probably planted this one over here. You know, the Bible talks about a mustard bush. Said, you ever see a little mustard seed? It's just a little tiny, one by itself, just a little microscopic thing almost. Small, much smaller than a BB. And the Bible says that if you have faith, just the size of a mustard seed, Jesus says you have faith that can move mountains. Boy, I used to think about that a lot. I thought, that's just a little bit of faith and you can do great things. And I remember thinking it was just, if you can just believe hard enough, then you can do anything. And I remember sitting on one hot summer day, I was sitting in a lawn chair and there wasn't any breeze whatsoever moving, and I looked up there at a leaf hanging over my head, and I just went to pray, and I said, Lord, won't you just make that leaf wiggle? And I prayed and prayed, and that leaf never would wiggle. Another time I remember being up in my tree stand one October, and I had on bare sleeves and short sleeves, and the mosquitoes were just eating me up. And I remember I didn't want to move. I was deer hunting. I had my bow and arrow, and there were dozens of them. And I just started praying, Lord, make those mosquitoes go away. They never did. Later I thought the Lord probably just grinned at me and said, if you don't want to get eat up with mosquitoes, you might want to wear long sleeves the next time you come out here this time of year. So back to that mustard seed faith again thing. I thought as I got older and more mature in my Christianity, I'm not sure that means that if you just believe hard enough and really strain at it that you can make that mountain cast into the sea. I think that might mean, when you compare it with other parts of the Bible, there's a verse I was reading in Luke just the other night where these fellas had a paralytic man, their friend, and they wanted to get him to Jesus. And they bring him to Jesus, and they tear the roof off the house, and they let his bedroll with him in it on ropes right down almost into the lap of Jesus to be healed. And there's a line in the Bible there that says, when Jesus saw their faith, not the handicapped guy's faith, but when Jesus saw their faith. So I asked, how did he see their faith? He saw their faith by the action that they were doing. So there's another old adage that's extra biblical outside the Bible. I've heard people say, if you've got faith and a teaspoon, you can move a mountain. That might be kind of what the Lord intended there, that if you've got faith enough, your faith will result in you doing what you can do and trusting the Lord to add his blessing to it. See you next week on the Weekly Word. We'll find something else.